Hey there, dreamers. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you should have at least heard about the coronavirus by now. Now, whether or not you're in the high-risk population or not, you definitely have friends, family, loved ones who might be, which is why we shouldn't take this situation lightly. Now, in this video, I'm not trying to tell you what you should or shouldn't do during this pandemic, because I'm not an expert and there are tons of resources out there to teach you that. I'll also link some of the resources that I find useful in the description below. You see, just like you, I have been in self-quarantine for the past week, and when something like this happens, it really puts things into perspective. You see, we spend so much of our time thinking about our career goals, thinking about when we're going to make 6, 7, 8 figures, thinking about when we buy our first car, our first house. But when something like this happens and when you're stuck at home, you really start to question what is the point of all of that. And unless you can buy an island to ride out this pandemic, if you're stuck at home, you start to ask yourself what really matters in this life. You see, just like you, I care about making my first 6-figure salary. I care about making my first million in life. I care about buying my first car, my first house. I care about all these things. But when something like this happens, the thoughts that go through my head on a day-to-day, they start to change. Suddenly, instead of thinking about which coffee chats I can set up with XYZ professionals to advance my career, to start landing the job that I always wanted to land, I'm just thinking about the next time my friends and I can finally just play basketball without worrying about our health. Instead of praying for my next promotion on a day-to-day basis, praying for the opportunity to finally achieve my career goals, I'm just praying for the health of my parents, of my grandparents, and my loved ones. And instead of waking up every day looking forward to when I can buy my first car, I'm just looking forward to the day that Canada would reopen their borders so that I can finally get over my long distance relationship. So with all this mess happening, I urge you to think about what truly matters in this life. What really makes you happy? And you will soon realize that it doesn't take much at all. It is the simplest things that make you feel fulfilled, that make you feel happy. And chances are you probably already have most of those things right now. You see, being stuck at home and not being able to just go out for a meal or go for a coffee or just go out and play, go out and enjoy the sun, those things don't take much, right? Those things you don't need to plan for. Those things we take for granted on a day-to-day basis. So I know that it's a troubling time for everybody. I know that coronavirus is scary, but it also teaches us something. It teaches us to be grateful for the simple things in life, to be grateful for the people in our lives. And if you're able to spend time with your family, with your loved ones physically, treasure that, right? Treasure that, appreciate the little things. Now, I strongly believe that this too shall pass. This will hopefully be over soon. But one thing I really hope is that when all this is said and done, when all this is over, that we remember what it taught us. That we forever be grateful for the little things in life. And when we go out to play in the sun, when we go to play basketball with our friends, when we get to spend the day-to-day with our loved ones, physically, that we appreciate those moments. And at the same time, I'm not saying to neglect your career goals, to neglect the things that you want to achieve in your life. Those things are very important, but you got to think about the things that you already have and be grateful for what is already in your life. Now again, stay safe everybody, stay happy, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video.